The views expressed on the Jerry Cahill CF podcast are that of Jerry Cahill and guests, and not necessarily those of the Boomer Esiason Foundation. Nothing on the Jerry Cahill CF podcast should be considered medical advice. Such advice can only be given by a physician who is experienced with cystic fibrosis. The Boomer Esiason Foundation, Jerry Cahill and guests cannot be held responsible for any damage which may result from using the information on this podcast without the permission of your medical doctor. You're listening to the Jerry Cahill CF podcast presented by the Boomer Esiason Foundation and jerrycahill.com.
Welcome to Jerry Cahill's Living, Breathing, Succeeding podcast series. This show, the feelings and emotions of a CF dad, was made possible through an unrestricted educational grant from Chiesi to the Boomer Esiason Foundation. Today you will meet Eric Schandel. Eric grew up playing all types of sports and continued through high school and college playing football, basketball, and lacrosse. Eric is happily married to his wife Ashley and very proud of his beautiful daughter Remi who has cystic fibrosis. I've always believed in working hard for what you want in life, and I am happy to be able to run a successful company, live with my wife and beautiful daughter, and raise our family here in Long Island.
My name is Eric Schandel. I grew up in Bating Hollow, New York. I played sports all my life. I started a construction company. I've been doing that since 2008. I've been married to my wife for 4 years now. We have a daughter that's almost 2 years old who was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. To me, she's just like any other child. She does everything else normal besides her treatments that she does every day. So when we found out that there was a chance that our child might have CF, it was hard. But the doctors told us it was only a 25% chance, so we felt really good about it. And then I think it was like 9 days after she was born, she was diagnosed with CF. I was at work. I remember I was by myself, and I just kind of sat in my van for a while and probably did the worst thing you could do, which was look online at my phone at all the terrible things. The first thing that I saw when I Googled about CF was the life expectancy, and that just kind of hits you. You're about to have a kid, and then you see, I think when I saw it, it was 47 or something, so that it just kind of, brings you way down, and you kind of think your daughter's about to have to go through with this. And everybody wants their kid to be perfect, and at this point we just want normality in her life. I was angry at first, and then you just kind of, all you could think about is your daughter. She's the one that has to go through everything. So, and it's hard being a parent, and there's nothing that you can do. It was probably a couple days after that we went to Stony Brook to meet with her CF team. That was probably the best day in a while, because they really kind of explained everything to us, because we had no idea what was going on with the disease until you realize that everybody is different who has CF. So we just became more hopeful as time went on, and they just kind of explained in the beginning just to do her medicine and treatments, and you just got to take it day by day. When the doctors told us that one of the best medicines for her is to be active, to stay running, it's easier that me and my wife were already active and into sports, but that's just something that we just push with her, and that we are going to. We were very fortunate enough to have a good support system with our friends and family when we told them about Remi having CF. We had called our parents and told them, which was hard. So we ended up just writing a long text. After dealing with the shock of finding out that Remi has CF, we just thought it was easier to deal with just sending a text to all our friends and telling them about Remi's diagnosis. Probably the most challenging thing for us is to just educate other people about it, because a lot of times You know, I have a pretty big family, and we like to go places, but now we're at the point where is anybody there sick? You know, you don't want her near anybody, and so it's really just making everybody aware so that they know, you know, if you don't feel well, maybe don't come near Rem. You know, being a parent with a child who has CF, or just any normal parent, you worry about your kid, and knowing that they have this disease, you know, it, you know, for a while it just never leaves your mind, and it's, you just think about it constantly, and you know, until you just try to get a grasp of it, and you know, you got to let her live her life and not, at least try not to worry. I think it's so early in her life that we really haven't had to change too much. You know, it's right now it's just making sure she gets the proper medication and her physical treatment, making sure everything's clean. But I mean, other than that, we try and just live a normal life. Rem loves to sing and dance.
Sing and dance?
Yeah. She she really does. She will spin around until she gets real dizzy, but
Do you sing and dance with her?
if I'm in the mood, yeah. Sometimes I'll join her.
Any particular songs?
Pretty much her Disney shows. You know, after watching them 100 times, you kind of get to know all the songs. So in the morning and night, she has to take her meds, nebs, and pats. Me and Ash have split up the physical treatments, where I would do the her nebs and pats in the morning, and then Ash will do them at night. Over time, she got used to it, so she does them on her own pretty much now. You can just hand her the mask, she'll put it on and sit in the chair, and then you just have to give her a physical treatment. Probably my greatest fear of Rem having CF is just her not having a normal life. You know, just not being able to do things that normal kids can all the time, or you know, whatever it is that she has to go through. You know, like when she gets older, she wants to sleep at a friend's house. Well, she's probably going to have to bring all her meds, her nebulizer, and whatever else she needs, or maybe she's not going to be allowed to go over a friend's house, you know, depending on how she is. Just not being able to do things that all the other kids can do. I try not to make it about myself. You know, it's not about me. I don't want people to feel bad for me or Ashley. I know Ashley doesn't. It's you know, it's about Remi. It's about her life, and you know, it's something that we don't want CF to define her. When you think about, you know, Remi's future, it's hard not to think about the possibilities of something going wrong. But you know, you just try to have the mindset that, you know, she will be fine. You know, hopefully, and they do come out with new medication all the time, and that's kind of what you know, me and Ash just have to be strong for Rem, and just, you know, hoping everything's fine.
Did she say Dada first or Mama?
I swear she was born and screamed Ma in the hospital. You can ask Ash. She was saying Ma since she was born, but no, she definitely said Mama first.